Welcome back to more Pokémon Emerald. So last time we did, we basically stopped Team Aqua's scheme in Rustboro City, and then we also got the Pokénev, which I used to register some people in the Magical. And as you see, we have quite a bit. No rematches yet. We have to wait a little bit before rematches. Actually, it's a little while, actually, I should say, before rematches start becoming a thing. But anyway, we are here at Mr. Briney's cottage, so let's go and meet him, because we're gonna need him. Hold on, lass, wait up, Pico. You're Haruka, you say my darling Pico. We owe you so much to you. What's that, you wanna sail with me? You have a letter bound for Dewford and a package of sleep with that. Quite a busy life you must lead, but certainly what you're asking is no problem at all. You've come to the right man. We'll set sail for Dewford. Yeah, Dewford is that. Anchors away, Pico. We're saying sail, my darling. Let's go. Say it. Now we're on the boat, which is pretty cool. And yeah, here's all the water that I'm bound to explore at some point. But anyway, and Dad's calling us. Oh, Haruka, where are you now? It sounds windy wherever you are. I just heard from Devon's Mr. Stone about your Pokémon, so I decided to give you a call. It sounds like you're doing fine, so that's fine with me. You take care now. And we got Dad in the phone. And we got Route 106. And we're docking. This is Dewford Town. Ahoy, we've hit land in Dewford. I suppose you're off to deliver that letter to, who was it now, Steven? Alright, so yeah, let's go in the Pokemon Center to start with. There's a stone cavern at the edge of town. I've heard you can find rare stones there, alright. Even though Pokemon faints to combat, I can still use the move learned for a hidden machine, HM. That is very true. But anyway, there's actually a lot you can do here. Here's Dewford Town Pokemon Gym, the Brawly, a big wave in fighting. You can check him on now, but he is a little difficult. In fact, he actually might be one of the most difficult battles in this game. So you may want to come prepared first, but anyway. I left the major part of Slayport Sea when I married my husband here. Life goes by slowly on this little island, but being surrounded by the beautiful sea, that's happiness too. Alright then. There's a lot to be said for living on a small island like this in harmony with Pokemon and the family. And yeah, this is actually good. If you can tell, its sprite does look a little bit squishy. Or squished. This is important. This is a renowned fishing spot. Are you getting the itch to fish? Yeah. Oh god, anyway, I hear you, and I like what you're saying. I'll give you all my fishing rods. I was reminded of you know what, but anyway, old rod. And as an added bonus, let me throw in a little fishing advice. First you want to face the wall, then use the rod. Focus your mind. If you get a bite, pull on the rod. Sometimes you can stack something immediately, but with bigger catches, you need time to pull on your rod to hold them in. So yeah, fishing isn't like, you do need to try with fishing in this game. This isn't like Fire Red, but anyway, we can register that. I didn't actually go with this, but you can register key items. This is like the only one that like helps us at the moment, so yeah. And I can use it to select anytime. We'll get another good item. There'll be other good key items to register, but yeah, you have to make the choice. But anyway, here's a Magikarp. So yeah, there's two Pokemon you can find while fishing in this place. Magikarp is gonna be the first one I'm gonna talk about, I guess. So Magikarp has a very rough start, as you would expect. From a Pokemon like this, because yeah, it's really like an est kind of. Except yeah, it doesn't take too long to get going, but it can feel like a long time, because yeah, before level 15 it can't even attack, and then when it can, it's not going to be doing much because its stats are dreadful. But once you do get to level 20 though, things get a lot better. You get Gyarados, a water flying type with the Intimidate ability, so actually quite the mess to take out, because that's a decent type defensively, and Intimidate makes that physical attackers are going to have a rough time. Electric type moves do in Gyarados, but because Gyarados is so dangerous, that's why I always like to have an electric type on hand. And they're also kind of common too. So anyway, in terms of level up moves, there's some... Unfortunately, Gyarados is a physical attacker, but it mainly lives special moves due to being a water type. So like stuff like Bite, Dragon Rage could be good in the early game. Twist is not that great. Hydro Pump at level 40 isn't bad, but at that time you should have Surf. Dragon Dance though is really cool. If you are able to get a lot of good physical moves on it, like Earthquake, then yeah, you can start doing a lot of damage with Dragon Dance. And yeah, Earthquake is definitely a must on this English generation, as are like stuff like Strength maybe to give it at least some good physical moves. It does get a lot of special moves, but yeah, its special attack is kind of bad. It only has 60, so... and why not? We'll catch a Magikarp on our own. So yeah, but yeah, 125 attack, 81 speed isn't too bad with Dragon Dance. It's very bulky, 79 defense and 100 social defense, along with 95 HP. And yeah, with Intimidate, yeah, this thing's hard to take down. So most are weak, so it's easily washed away by cards. In places where water pools, you can see many Magikarp deposited by the flow. And there we go. We'll see if we can make the other Pokemon pair. But yeah, not like... it's definitely good in this generation, like if you're able to get like stuff like Earthquake on it, but yeah. It's definitely later generations of Gyarados becomes a terror. Once it gets better moves and also the physical and special splits, so it can use water type physical moves. But anyway, I guess one interesting thing is Magikarp. It's not just stuck to Slash and Tackle. It does get Flail at level 30, but no Bounce in this generation, looks like, which is actually not the most terrible move for Gyarados. But anyway, so yeah, Gyarados is a menace. It's always been quite the menace of a Pokemon. Let's talk about the next Pokemon then, which is not that one. Tentacle is the next Pokemon. So, Swim. I'm just gonna talk it out. So, Tentacle, it evolves into Tentacruel at level 30. It has two interesting abilities, Clear Body and Liquid Ooze. Clear Body makes that you can't lower Tentacruel stats, and Liquid Ooze makes it so that if an opponent uses a move that absorbs HP, they'll instead take damage, which is really cool. It can kind of leech sheet and stuff like that, so yeah, quite interesting for a water type. But yeah, it's a water poison type, very decent type defensively, and that's good because Tentacruel does have quite the defensive stat spread. It doesn't have the best defense in the world. It's only 70 attack and 80 special attack, but it does mean it'll hit somewhat hard with its stabs, because yeah, its water stab of course is special and its poison stab is physical. So yeah, but yeah, the main draw is Tentacruel's not slow. It has 100 speed and a good 120 special defense, so it's a great special wall. Its defense is quite low though, so good ground type move will do it in. But yeah, like I said, that special block is pretty good, and its move pool isn't too bad. It does have a rough start admittedly, because it only really has Poison Sting and Constrict for quite a while. And yeah, Poison Sting's 15 power, Constrict is 10 power, so yeah. But you also have Supersonic, which could be interesting. It does get Acid at level 19, it looks like, and a Bubble Beam at 25, and that's when things start getting a lot better. And then it'll evolve, and then yeah, you'll be in a good spot. It also gets some other interesting moves like Barrier to boost that lower physical defense. TM wise, it's pretty alright. Ice Beam, Sludge Bomb, even Giga Drain are options. Mewtwo wise, not too interesting, but Eggman wise, there are some interesting ones, like, there's Tentacle. It is a poison type though, so I probably won't be able to catch it, because yeah, it's probably going to go down to Confusion. But anyway, there's some interesting ones. Miracle could be fun because it's a, actually it did take that. That's a good special defense coming into play. Alright, so yeah, why not? We'll catch her. So yeah, America could be fun. It gets Rapid Spin, which is great for competitive. Confuse Ray could be annoying. But it's basically better. Supersonic Haze as well could be annoying. And Aurora Beam, it's like a weaker Ice Beam. And yeah, I think it's kind of hard to get to. Ice Beam's a lot easier to get, so yeah. Its body is almost entirely composed of water. It snares its foe with its 2 long tentacles, then stabs them with the poison stinger at their tips. So yeah, that's the 2 Pokemon you can find by fishing. And yeah, Tentacle, it's a lot better than what most people think. Like, yeah, it's not the most offensive Pokemon in the world, but at least it's fast and it has a good special defense, so yeah, it definitely has a good role to fill. People like to call it the Zuba of the Sea, but yeah. Like Zuba, it's actually a lot better than what most people think, so yeah. Anyway, let's keep exploring now that I talked about these 2 Pokemon. Gorge your eyes on this. It's a silk scarf. It's right at the cutting edge of fashion, yeah? Oh, I can see your eyes twinkling. You're pretty sure I'm a dazzling star. Oh, you're like, here you go. I want you to have it. So I got the silk scarf. This boosts the power of Nortypers. The silk scarf is the power of Nortypers. Well, it's a marvelous scarf that'll go with almost all Pokemon. So yeah, if you have a Zigzagoon with Headbutt, like I said earlier, that could actually do some pretty decent damage. Too bad the next gym, you know, it's not gonna be good by it. Wow, you bothered to cross the sea to visit Dewford? Did you maybe come here because you heard about Brawly? He's so cool, everyone idolizes him. Alright then. Over here is something kind of funny, I guess. But anyway, Dewford Hall, everyone's information exchange. So basically, on every playthrough, these people are going to be talking about a random phrase that was generated by the game. So let's see what that is. I'm teaching my Pokemon about exists money. Oh, that's a good one. Well, it's not going well. It's a bit too much, I think. What's in vogue? Why it has to be exists money? I can't imagine what life would be like without exists money. Oh my god. I'm starting up on the hip and trendy exists money now. Is it true that there's a deep link between exists money and bike? Yes. Oh, so my hunch was right. I'm one step closer to being hip and happening, Yowza. What is this place? Yeah, this place, like I said, it can get wild. Especially because of something I'm going to be doing a little bit anyway. Across the sea, is exists money even more popular? Yes. This whole business about exists money. Isn't there a TV show on it? Probably. And I probably mumbled this program. Anyway. I collect official exists money, licensed merchandise. I have official exists money dolls. Official exists money brand clothing. And officially licensed exists money picture books. I'm not sharing anything with you. Oh my god. This is making me tear up now. Anyway. And there's still 2 people to go. Hey listen, I composed a theme song for exists money. There's probably a lot of songs about that, to be honest. Exists money is really popular right now. Okay, listen. Oh, exists money. Wonderful. Exists money. I dare say, chap, it would pay for you to work on your singing before you trifle yourself with exists money. Oh my god. And guess what? It's about to get a little bit more crazy. I like what's hip and happening in Trey. I'm always checking it out. Listen, have you heard about this new exists money? That's right, of course you know. I mean, sheesh, exists money. It's the hottest thing and cool. Wherever you're from, exists money is the biggest thing happening. It's the biggest happening thing, right? You wanna say no. Huh? It's not the hip happening thing. Well, hey, you have to tell me what's new and what's in. So now you can change this to whatever you want. Which, this is definitely gonna take some thinking. Okay, we have to do this. I think romantic was here. There it is. Romantic. There we go. That's definitely what's been happening right now. Romantic anime. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I knew that. Knew it all along. Of course I know about romantic anime, right? Yeah, that's it. Isn't romantic anime the coolest or what? It's the hippest thing in hip. You think I know? I don't know. You think I'd not know about it? Exists money? It's like so 5 minutes ago. Now romantic is what's vital and in tune with the signs. Oh dear me. But anyway, looks like I brainwashed them to watch Hip Happening romantic anime. Anyway. Saying what this room? It's some trains. I probably should have talked about the Pokémon while doing this, but well. What do people do if they need to go to a washroom? What if my rod hooks a big one while I'm in the washroom? I just can't go. What is wrong with the dialogue today? Anyway. Let's fight some fishermen. He has a tentacle. Rolts will probably do decent against it. I hope so. I got clear body. It actually has speed. But it doesn't do that much, because yeah, like I said, Tentacle doesn't really have that many good moves to start with. It is a bit of a uphill battle with it. And we don't get poison, so that's good. Let me take it out. But yeah, that's like good special defense coming into play. Yeah, Lori has pretty good special defense as a Tentacle. I lost because I'm trying to not go to the washroom. That's not healthy, mate. Anyway, there's like a... Oh no, I've got this feeling I'll hook a big one. I think there's like a hint item around here, but without the item finder, it's quite hard to find. Ah, there it is. Heart scale, important for later, so you may want to store it in your PC. Trainer tips, advice on catching Pokemon or Rod, press the A button if you get a bite. Here's another one, a Stardust, that just sells some money. 1k I do believe. But here's another hint item, a Pokeball. And yeah, let's keep using Rolts, because he has the lowest level. Which do you prefer, fishing in the sea or a stream? I'd probably say the stream because that sounds less dangerous. Anyway, Elliot, he's a Magikarp. And yeah, Rolts should be able to Twig KO it. Nothing happened. And there we go. Tentacle now. Level 7, so you actually might get the one shot. Yeah, we do. And last Pokemon might be in the Magikarp. Yup. So yeah, we'll take that out easily. And yeah, we have the cave coming out, so yeah, might as well get the information for the next Pokemon up that we need to talk about. Level 15 for rods, very nice. Like a deep sea fishing, I lost Tentacle. Fish is great, but so is Spine. Don't mind coming me again. And we get the numbers, that's good. Let's go in here. This is Granite Cave. Hey you, it gets awfully dark ahead. It'll be tough trying to explore. That guy who came out earlier, Steven I think it was, he knew how to use Flash, so he ought to be alright, but well, for us hikers, helping out those that we meet is our motto. Here you go, I'll pass this on to you. So we got HMO 5 Flash, but you need to beat the gym first to be able to use it. Teach that how to move Flash to Pokemon user. It lights up even the inky darkness of caves, but to use it you need the gym badge from Dewford's Pokemon Gym. But here's the thing about Flash, it is not required to progress, so you could just force your way through the cave and be just fine. Which, yeah, I'll be showing off actually, but anyway, here's Makuhita, our first Pokemon that we're talking about in fact. So Makuhita is a fighting type that evolves into Hariyama at level 24. Quite early. One weird thing about this line of Pokemon, Makuhita has a lower catch rate than its evolution. Kind of weird, but anyway. So, it has two great abilities actually, Thick Fat and Guts. Thick Fat gives it a resistance against ice and fire, which is actually pretty cool. And Guts means, you know, we've seen it on Taylor before, boost damage when it has a status condition, although it doesn't have stat facade on its side, unlike Swallow. But anyway, Taillow and Select, I should say. Okay, here we go. But like I said, you can brute force this, and a lot of people do actually. But anyway, let's keep talking about it. So, hey, here's an item too. Tentacle. So yeah, this Pokemon is actually really great. It learns decent moves to level up. It gets Vital Throw quite early. At level 13 it looks like. You can also use Arm Thrust with it too. And here's a Zuba. I'm gonna try and catch it, I think. Oh, I got a lot. I ended up picking up 2. But anyway, it gets Fake Out too, which is actually pretty good with its high attack stat. Knockoff is good and competitive, but not really here. It gets Belly Drum if you really want to use that. And be like really powerful. Seismic Toss could be fun. There's a lot of interesting moves here. But anyway, TM wise, it's not too bad. Earthquake and Rock Tomb come to mind as decent options. But other than that, not really much. Unfortunately, like I said, Rock Tomb is your best Rock type move for a very long time, which is unfortunate, but yeah, it is the way it is in this game. And let's see how much damage you do. Okay, not that much. Unfortunately, Supersonic. Echo-wise, there's actually a lot of interesting options. Cross Chop is probably the best tip, but Foresight could also be nice because it doesn't have the best type coverage in this game. But anyway, yeah, why not? We'll do this. Hint, but anyway. So, why do I like Hariyama? I used it in my last playthrough, and it was Doomsday, because, yeah, well, it has a lot of HP at 144, but here's Zubat's Pokédex entry. While living in pitch-black caverns, the eyes gradually grew shut and deprived them of vision. They use ultrasonic waves to detect obstacles, and also annoyed traders because, you know, Supersonic. Anyway. Alright, let's keep going. So, it has a massive 120 attack assault. Its other stats aren't the best because, yeah, it has low bulk because it has so much HP. It doesn't need its special attack, and yeah, it's quite slow as well. But yeah, like I said, it hits very hard with 120 attack. And my 100 adamant nature, so yeah, like I said, it was Doomsday for the enemy. And it was actually surprisingly tanky too, because yeah, like I said, Thick Fat, which I believe it had, very decent ability. So, yeah, like I said, I really like Hariyama. I enjoyed using it in that playthrough. It was actually a suggestion that I should use in that playthrough, and yeah, I don't regret it. And yeah, I think I was close to using it again just because, you know, how good it was. So, but I decided not to. I want to make the team at least a bit more different to the last one I used, so yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, I won't be able to use Shroomish that much to weaken these Zubats, especially if they get criticals. Like that. So yeah, I'll use Marsh Stomp instead. But anyway. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about Hariyama. Just a really hard J Pokemon with actually surprisingly good bulk. And yeah, because of all that, I really like it. Alright, good. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't have the best type coverage in the world, so yeah, mainly gonna be using fire type moves and good coverage for that, so like Rock Tomb and Earthquake. Anyway, our next Pokemon is the one I just called Zubat. So let's get its information. And I don't want to give it a nickname just yet. So Zubat. It has the Inner Focus ability, so it can't be flinched. Not bad in this game because there's a decent amount of Pokemon that learn the move Fake Out, so not too bad. It has a rough start, unfortunately. It only has like Leech type and Supersonic to start with, but it may also come with Astonish. But Astonish is also not a good move, so yeah. You're really waiting on Bite, and Bite at least is decent. But yeah, it is special move, but yeah, Zubat can use it a little bit. But yeah, once Zubat reaches level 21, things get a lot better, because it gets Wing Attack, which is a very powerful flying type move actually. But anyway, And yeah, you can use Super Sonic if you want, but it also has the better Confuse Ray at level 28 it looks like, so... yeah, that's an option. Weaken this thing is a bit annoying a little bit. Especially because there's mod slap. But anyway, other than that, not too much interesting. Air Cutter could be used instead of Wing Attack if you really want, but I don't really see the need. Mean Look is decent because you're trapping things. It's not like the most amazing thing in the world, but it can help in some annoying situations, like catching Abra, for example. Let's try Shroomish. Poison Fang can badly poison, which is pretty cool. But you're better off using Sludge Bomb because it's a lot more powerful. And then Haze if you really want to get rid of those stat changes. So, yeah, pretty decent moves for level up. Not like the most amazing. In terms of TMs, it gets a lot better because you have access to some good coverage. Potentially Steel Wing, Sludge Bomb, Aerial Ace, Shadow Ball, even Giga Drain if you really want. Let's try Great Ball actually. Anyway, TM-wise, oh not TM-wise, it actually broke out. Anyway, egg move-wise, it gets some other interesting moves, but yeah, nothing like super spectacular. It gets Curse for some good reason, but anyway. Stat-wise, okay, let's actually go over how it's evolved, because it's a bit different. But anyway, here's Aron. A Pokemon that is clad in steel armor. New suit of armor is made when it evolves. The old discarded armor salvages metal for making iron products. Interesting. So yeah, Zuba evolves into Golbat at level 22, and then into Crobat via Happiness. Happiness is definitely quite the different evolution method, but anyway, got a lot of items, so... mostly Escape Ropes. And a Super Potion. I'll use a Potion on Shroomish just in case, because yeah, it was pretty good against the Aron, which is nice. But anyway, Crobat, one of my favourite flying types. Actually my favourite flying type in fact, and also one of my favourite Pokemon. It has a good 90 attack, which is great with Sludge Bomb and Aerial Ace. Its bulk is actually pretty good. It has 85 HP and 80 defenses. And then of course it's very fast. It also has a decent special attack at 70, but yeah, I rather use physical moves, and luckily both his stabs are physical, so that's good. But yeah, it's an option. Like, you can use Giga Drain if you really want. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, fast Pokemon. I guess one little thing you may want to be a little bit worried about is that it cannot learn Fly until it's a Crobat. So, but Fly you get kind of late in this game. It's not like too late, but yeah, that's just something to keep in mind if it takes a while to evolve if you're not using it super great. Like, it keeps failing or stuff, but anyway. So like I said, it's one of my favourite Pokemon, and a Pokemon I'm really fond of. And that is why, you may have noticed because I used the Premier Ball, I want to use the Zubat in this playthrough, so yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, like I said, its start isn't very good, so I'm going to probably give it some experience on this part. But anyway, you're quite annoying, so I'm going to try the Ultra Ball. Maybe I should try paralyzing it, but anyway. Well, that got it, so no problem. That's a weird Pokemon right there, can't wait to talk about that. Next up is Geodude. But anyway, Sableye. It's branching holes in caves using sharp claws in search of food, raw gems. As Sableye lurks in darkness and is seen only rarely. And there we go. So let's get Geodude's information up. So let me do that. There it is. So So Geodude and its family. It's very similar to Alakazam in the fact that it needs a trade evolution to be fully evolved. Which, yeah, Geodude evolves in a Graveler at level 25 and then Golem. So if you want a rock type, you may want to look elsewhere, because Graveler doesn't really have the best endgame stats, so anyway. Ability-wise, you got one really good option, that's Rockhead, that prevents recoil damage. That makes Double Edge a really good move for it. Especially because, yeah, Rock type moves... Actually no, I think it does have Rock type moves pretty good. But yeah, Double Edge is just very reliable, which is good, because yeah, most Rock type moves kind of aren't, so... Anyway, it's a level 11 one, so that's good. It's higher level than the other ones. Oh yeah, well I'm using Shuriken. Oh well. Anyway, so back to Judutami. So what I like about this Pokemon is that it learns a lot of good moves at level up. You get Rock Throw Magnitude pretty early. You get Rock Blast at level 37. So yeah, that's the Rock type move that you're probably going to be using, because it's 25 power, and that can match Rock Slide with 3 hits, so it's not too bad actually, and some people like to use it. It also gets Earthquake for level up, which yeah, like I said, that's really good. It even lets Double Edge level up if you don't want to use the Boot Tutor for some reason. TM-wise, it's decent too. You can use Brick Break if you really want, Focus Punch. So you got some Fine type options, but with Earthquake I don't think you need them super much. Tutor-wise, it's kind of interesting. And then Egg moves, Rock Slide is there, but I don't remember what Pokemon it needs to get that. It might not be a Pokemon you can obtain in this game. But if you are able to get that Pokemon in this game, then yeah, it might not be a bad option. Anyway. So there's another Zuba, might as well catch it. Might as well get the one that has the best nature, right? Anyway. I'll try a Water Gun and see if it knocks out, anyway. Stat-wise, Golem is kind of a double-edged sword, because its type... I mean, it's not really... It's the type that makes it a double-edged sword. Not really the stats, but I guess I can go with the stats. It's a slow rock type, as I said, only has 45 speed. Yep, 45 speed. But it has a really good 110 attack and 130 defense, so it's pretty good on the physical side. Its other stat, it also got 80 HP, which isn't too bad, but its special stats are quite low. Yeah, we call that super. Anyway, so... And... I don't know why I'm doing that. Anyway. There's another arrow. So yeah, I guess I'll switch out. Maybe I'll show off that, maybe I'll try showing off how cool Mudshot is, but anyway. Oh, Water Gun. Water Gun's probably better against the Aron when I talk about it, because, you know, its stats. But yeah, what makes that double-edged sword is actually Rock Ground is a great type offensively, because Rock and Ground cover each other pretty well. The problem is that, yeah, the times are weaknesses. Especially Water, because like I've been saying kind of a lot in this game so far, Water is kind of common, so you might have a hard time using it. But yeah, if you can get past a lot of the restrictions, so like the trade evolution and the bad type defensively, you got a pretty cool Pokemon, not gonna lie. Pretty offensive one, but yeah, like I said, you might be better off using a rock type that has that can be fully evolved. Speaking of which, also you can catch Abra here again if you really want. But we already caught one, so yeah. So, Aron. Let's talk about it now. And yeah, that's the Pokemon that I've been kind of talking about a little bit. We'll just knock it out, but anyway. So, Aron. It's a pretty interesting Pokemon, let's get its information. Anyway, we are actually making progress, believe it or not, but anyway. There's another Sableye. And we are getting experience on rolls by doing this, so that's good. So, Aaron, it has Rock Head Steady at Sableye, just like Geodude. So Rockhead is definitely the best again because yeah, Steady, I should have mentioned this, but Steady got a buff in Gen 5 where it acts like a focus sash. But that doesn't exist yet, so you're better off using Rockhead. Because Double Edge again is a very good move for Aggron. It's accurate and it's powerful because yeah, it's got good physical attack, as you'd expect. But anyway, Aron V level up is not too bad. It gets Miracle at level 13, which is not too bad. Like I said, Iron Defense could be fun, but it already has like gigantic physical bulk, so no need to worry about that. Iron Tail at level 29. Unfortunately, this is your best stab option for Steel because Iron Head doesn't exist yet. So, and then it also does learn Double Edge at level up, but it's very late at level 63. So yeah, you might need a cave and then use that move tutor later. Other than that, not too interesting. Protect could be fun, but that's mainly for dual battles. But anyway, TM wise, it gets a lot of special moves, but the problem is it's a physical attacker, so I can't really make use of them. You got stuff like Dragon Claw, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Solar Beam even, so yeah, Flamethrower even as well. But yeah, like I said, you're better off with the that was quite close. You're better off with physical moves, so I recommend just using those. It does get some pretty cool move tutor moves. Rock Slide is definitely one to consider, but yeah, you're probably not getting it in the normal playthrough. And egg moves, Body Slam could be an option, but there isn't much else. Although Endeavor, it is, I do remember Endeavor because I believe this is a Pokemon that can use the Fear strategy because of Steady. Because of its Steady ability. And that basically, you set up a Sandstorm, you Endeavor, get the Pokemon down to 1 HP, and then it'll faint to the Sandstorm. So, yeah. Anyway, stat-wise, the thing that stands out is Aggron has a massive 180 defense, so yeah, it's very hard to break on the physical side. The problem is, it does have 2 types of weaknesses on that side. Those are ground and fighting. But it might be able to take one of those moves before it inevitably goes down. Because yeah, Earthquake, yeah, that's gonna hurt a lot. But yeah, if you build your team around those weaknesses, it's like if you have a Flying type to cover the ground weakness, and you have a Psychic type to maybe deal with the Flying type or a Ghost type even, then yeah, this thing is just gonna sit on most physical attackers because it's, other than the 2 types of weaknesses, it's pretty resilient. And yeah, Steel is definitely a good type, defensively. Special-wise, only has 60 special defense. Its HP is alright at 70, but yeah, special moves, like special water type moves, might be quite painful. So you need to be careful. And I'm gonna use that potion. Because yeah, I'm bothering to fight these Pokemon. Anyway, so yeah, and yeah, as you expect, it's kind of stuck 50 speed, but it does have a good 110 attacks, so yeah, it might hurt a lot with its stab attacks. Also, we're finding out. Like I said, you can definitely brute force your way through like I just did. Anyway, so yeah, stat-wise, yeah, it is what you expect. It can hit hard, it takes very good physical, it takes physical attacks decently well. Special attacks you need to be careful of, especially ones that it's super effective against, like water. But the ones that resist, it might not be too bad, like Psychic for example. So yeah, decent Pokemon. I recommend saving an Earthquake TM for it if you're using it. Because yeah, it's definitely a good beneficiary of it, let's just say. Along with its Rock Tomb, which yeah, that's your best Rock type option unfortunately. And then Iron Tail, and then Double Edge. You got a pretty good moveset there. So yeah, here's the thing about Aggron. I was very close to using it. But the problem... okay, not really the problem. Because yeah, it's a very fine Pokemon. And yeah, I was really considering using it. But the problem is that it joins at the same time as Zuba, which normally not really a bad problem, but the thing about my team is that a lot of them are early game Pokemon. So yeah. And if I caught it now, I feel like one or the other would steal the spotlight. So yeah, that's why I decided And there's another Pokemon that I could use too that can fulfill not a similar role, but it's more of an offbeat Pokemon that I want to show off, kind of like Marowak in the last playthrough, so that's why I decided to go with. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, Aggron, even if I'm not using it, you should think about it, because yeah, if you can cover the weaknesses, then yeah, this thing is just gonna sit on any physical attacker. But yeah, just be careful with those earthquakes and you'll be good. Anyway, we're still not done with new Pokemon. I'm definitely taking this a bit slowly, but anyway, before I do talk about the next 2 Pokemon, there's 2 left. Let's go in here. My name is Steven. I'm interested in rare stones, so I travel here and there. Oh, a letter for me? We hand over the letter. Okay, thank you. You went through all this trouble to deliver that. I need a thank you. Let me see, I'll give you this TM. It contains my favorite move, Steel Wing. TM Police on Steel Wing. 70 power, 90 accuracy, I believe, and has a chance to raise defense, and as the name suggests, most flying types get it. It's not bad because it hits rock types. Anyway, your Pokemon appear quite capable. If you keep training, you could even become the champion of the Pokemon League one day. That's what I think. I know, since we've gotten to know each other, let's register one of it in our Pokédex. And we got Steven. I've got to hurry along. So yeah, he's pretty cool. Anyway, let's get out of here, and while I do that, let's talk about the last 2 Pokemon. Sableye. If you want Sableye, you need to go to base of floor 1 to catch it. Which I was, and yeah, I actually found a decent amount of them. So anyway, Sableye. It's a very strange Pokemon. Definitely. Let's get some information. And there's Teleport. Good thing we don't need to catch a level 16. But anyway, back to Sableye. So Sableye is a dark ghost type with the Keen Eye ability, and it doesn't evolve. So the thing about this type is, before Fairy type was introduced, it has no weaknesses. And because it's a ghost, it's immune to flying type moves, so it's also a good option for the next gym. But the problem is, it doesn't hit very hard, which yeah, we'll get into. But anyway, let's go up and heal. I guess I can look at my Sableye while I die caught, and then we can talk about it. Anyway, nice healing there. And yeah, we call those Zubats. But yeah, before we look into the Zubats... Oh wow, Twist Spin! That's actually amazing. A luck right there. If only I knew about that sooner, but anyway. Because yeah, that's a 5% item drop. So I guess we're getting that done. There we go. And then we're gonna decide which Zubat we're taking. So here's Sableye. So like I said, Dark Ghost type, no weakness. But like I said, it does trade quite a few things for that. Its level up moves aren't too bad. It gets Nightshade to start with, which isn't too bad. Fake Out could be fun. It gets Detect to be annoying, I guess. Knockoff is annoying as well, but mainly competitive. Confuse Ray, again annoying. Shadow Ball, it's actually not bad. Shadow Ball is a pretty good... It's probably going to be one of its best attacking moves. And then Mean Look if you want. TM-wise, it's not too bad. You can get Calm Mind to maybe boost the feint attacks it can use, because yeah, that's going to be its Dark type step. It gets Dig, it gets Psychic. It gets some interesting moves. TMI, well not TMIs, Tutor-wise, nothing too amazing there. And then Egg move-wise, only Psych Up. Recover though is actually really good. And then Moonlight, which is worse than Recover. Recover's definitely a good move, and the Shower Sableye that you catch next to actually comes with it. But anyway, stat-wise, this is where the sacrifice comes in. It has kind of low stats. 50 HP, 75 attack, 75 defense, 65 special attack, 65 special defense, and 50 speed. So it's not super bulky. The problem with this type, there's actually a couple of problems. First one is its coverage overlaps a lot, because Ghost and Dark are like effective against very much the same Pokemon. Which, yeah, that's kind of weird. And also, while it has no weakness, it really doesn't have resistances. It only resists fighting, normal, by being immune, and psychic. 3 immunities isn't bad though. And then poison it resists, but everything else is neutral, so it's not that best defensively actually. Which is very strange because it has no weakness, but yeah, that's just the way it goes. But yeah, Sableye, it can be used. It might be a little difficult though because it can stick around for at least a little bit. But yeah, repeated hits will bring it down quite quickly, and it doesn't hit super hard, so yeah. Interesting Pokemon, really cool design too. It does get a pretty broken Mega Evolution though. I wouldn't say it's super broken, but yeah, it definitely gives it more of a concrete role. But anyway, last Pokemon you talk about, and that is Mawile, or Mawile. This Pokemon is unfortunately kind of bland in this generation, which is a shame because it gets a lot better later. But anyway, Mawile, let's get some information up. Okay, so Mawile is a pure Steel type that also doesn't evolve, and it has the Intimidate ability as one of its abilities, which isn't bad. Move-wise, it's a bit of a give and take. It learns a lot of Dark type moves like Bite, Feint Attack. It gets Baton Pass to level, which is kind of funny with Iron Defense. It also gets the Stop Power moves. It gets Crunch. TM-wise, it gets some interesting moves. It gets Soul Leaf for some weird reason. It gets Rip Break, it gets Sludge Bomb. Tutor-wise, nothing too interesting. And then Egg Move-wise, it gets Sword Stance, which is pretty cool. It gets Ancient Power and Poison Fang for interesting attack coverage, but yeah, Sword Stance is definitely good. Unfortunately for Mawile, it doesn't really have a good stab move, no Iron Head like I said, so... It doesn't have Iron Tail to my knowledge, so yeah. So I'm mainly going to be using non-stab attacks, and its stats are kind of mediocre. 50 HP, 85 attack and defense, 55 special attack and defense, and 50 speed, so yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's kind of mediocre. If it had a much better Steel type move to use, then it would be a bit better, but Steel on its own is not really that great offensively. It is definitely defensively good. But Mawile's stats are, again, average even on the defense side, so yeah, it's quite a hard Pokemon to use in this generation. Luckily, Gen 6, things really turned around. It got a Fairy type, so another form of stab to use. With like Play Rough, and yeah, by that time it also got Iron Head and also the Sheer Force abilities and ability. Of course, the big thing is that it got a Mega Evolution, and it's probably my favorite Mega Evolution actually. It got huge power, and it became a menace, an absolute menace, and also has a cool design. So yeah, I adore Mega Mawile, but yeah, Mawile definitely had a rough start to begin with as a Pokemon, and yeah, unfortunately it doesn't have its Mega Evolution anymore, but at least it has a better identity now that it's a Fairy type, and it's not like too bad because yeah, Physical and Special Split really helped it, because it can use like punching moves, it can use Crunch better now, so yeah. Like I said, the Gen 3 it was really not kind to this Pokemon. If you want a Steel type, I recommend Aaron a lot more, but anyway. That's a Zuba. So we got a serious one, a brave one, that's an interesting nature. Timid, that's a quite bad nature. Another serious one, a quirky one, and a docile one. Do we want the brave one? It is level 10. It's already quite a fast Pokemon. You know what, let's do it. And yeah, I'll put away one of the Zigzagoons. So going with the Brave Zuba, and yeah, like I said, it's gonna need a nickname, so... yeah. Give me some suggestions. But anyway. That was a long part, because yeah, I talked about all the Pokemon in this area. But anyway. Next time on Pokémon Emerald, we're gonna be going to the gym, I think. But yeah, before that, I'm gonna make sure Zubat is online and ready to go. And yeah, I guess one way we can help it out though is give it the Steel Wing TM. Because yeah, this is gonna be its best move for until it gets Wing Attack. And yeah, it's gonna be mainly while I use the trainer up, but anyway. like I said, next time we'll get Zubat ready for maybe the gym, because Quadras is fine, because like I said, dual type is really good defensively. But anyway, so I'll see you guys again for that.